Have you ever walked into a seemingly normal place but felt like you were being watched? Have you ever stepped into a beautiful, organized house, but that seemed to suffocate, as if something invisible occupied that space with heavy energy? Have you ever walked down a corridor where the air seemed different, denser, colder, and even without knowing why, your instinct told you, is there something wrong here? These sensations are not an exaggeration. They are not imagination. These are spiritual alerts. These are responses that your body and soul give when they encounter charged places, full of energies that do not belong to light. And often, without understanding what is happening, you remain there, absorbing, getting sick, getting irritated, anxious, tired, without knowing that the place where you are has a direct influence on your physical, emotional, and spiritual state. Not all weight comes from within. Sometimes what you're feeling comes from where you step. Because environments hold stories, they keep impressions, they keep spiritual marks of the people who pass through there. And when these marks are not cleaned, the space becomes sick, and those who attend get sick together. Have you ever arrived somewhere and your body started reacting immediately? An uncontrollable yawn, a sudden dizziness, a shiver runs down your spine, pressure in the head or sudden tiredness, as if your energy had been drained immediately. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever felt like running away from a place without knowing why? Perhaps this place was spiritually charged, and perhaps your spirit already knew long before your mind understood. There are places that seem to have an invisible shadow covering everything. Even with light, there is darkness. Even with silence, there is disturbance. You walk in, and something inside you flinches. Intuition kicks in, the heart tightens, the mind confuses. And even though I try to ignore it, pretend it's nonsense, you feel. Because those who are sensitive don't need to see, just enter to understand. Some environments carry the weight of spoken words, heavy thoughts, constant fights, accumulated, sorrows, hidden tears. Others carry the energy of spiritual presences that have not left, spirits that remain there out of attachment, pain, anger, or simply because they were never freed. And you feel it, you notice, because even without knowing exactly what is happening, your soul registers every vibration, every sign, every presence. Has it ever happened to you when you enter a place and feel that the air is still, as if nothing is flowing? Have you ever noticed that in certain homes, plants die easily? That electronic devices keep causing problems? What animals act strangely, growling at nothing or avoiding certain corners? These are clear signs that there is something beyond the visible influencing that space, and it is in these environments that often your energy begins to run out for no reason. You feel back pain, weight on your shoulders, headache, anguish, anxiety, starts fighting with loved ones. He has insomnia, bad dreams, wake up worse than when you went to sleep, and all of this grows in silence until you realize you are being affected, but you don't understand how or why. Have you ever noticed how certain environments seem to attract confusion? People get sick there frequently, couples argue, businesses don't prosper, projects stall. Have you ever visited a house where, even with everything clean and organized, there was a heavy energy hanging in the air? Like the surroundings are beautiful, but something is wrong inside. And even without words, did you capture everything? The body feels, the soul feels, the spiritual field captures it. And if you've been through this, you need to know there is a reason, there is a pattern. There is an energy that can and should be observed, identified, and most importantly, purified. Have you ever had a disturbing dream after visiting a location? Have you ever woken up tired after sleeping outside? Have you ever felt like your peace was gone after spending the afternoon at someone's house? And that pain in your stomach that starts as soon as you enter certain environments? Have you ever stopped to think if it's your body reacting to the spiritual density of the place? Nothing is by chance, and the more you ignore the signs, the more your body screams. But your soul remains silent, and the energy of that place sticks to you. And when you realize it, you no longer know what is yours and what has been absorbed. Therefore, in this video, you will learn to recognize the signs of a busy environment. You will understand what to observe, what to feel, what to never ignore. Because spiritual protection begins with discernment. And when you learn to identify, you learn to protect yourself. But before continuing, If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Here we talk about spirituality with truth, without fear, without taboo. Like this video if this topic touches you, and share it with someone you know who is always complaining about weight, insomnia, pain, but never thought that this could be where they are. Many people suffer due to spiritual ignorance. And you can be the channel of light in someone's life. Stay with me, because now we're going to reveal what no one told you about the hidden signs of a spiritually charged environment. And maybe you'll discover that the place where you need to clean the most, it's where you live. Start by observing how your body reacts when you enter a certain space. Have you ever felt a weight on your shoulders that came out of nowhere? Have you ever had the feeling that you needed to leave a place quickly, even without a logical explanation? Have you ever entered a room and felt as if the air became denser, as if breathing were more difficult? When a place is spiritually charged, the body feels it first. And he doesn't warn you with words. He warns you with yawns, with tiredness, with sudden pains, with a restlessness that starts inside and spreads. Has it ever happened to you that you start yawning too much in one place, even when you are rested? Do you feel sleepy, almost as if something is pulling you down? And when you look around, everything seems normal, but the soul screams, the spirit shrinks, and that strange feeling doesn't go away. Why would it be? Another common sign is the way animals react to their environment. Have you ever seen a dog bark at nothing? A cat fixes its gaze on a corner of the wall and starts to slowly move away from there? Have you ever noticed that certain rooms in the house seem to be avoided by your pets? They have no rational filters. They feel what is there. And often, before anyone realizes, they are already trying to warn you. Strange animal behaviors are a sure sign that something is out of place spiritually. And then I ask you, have you ever noticed this in your home? Another point to pay attention to are objects that bother you. An old mirror, a painting that seems to be watching you, a statue that makes you feel uncomfortable just looking at it. Do you have something like this in your house? An object inherited from someone who has passed away, which has a sad story behind it, but which you keep for emotional value or for decoration. Have you ever wondered if that item is loaded with energy? Have you ever had the feeling that a room changed energy after a certain object was placed there? Spiritual presences and negative energy fields tend to focus on symbolic objects, especially those who have been the target of pain, loss, illness, or even misdirected ancient spiritual practices. Have you ever felt watched by something inside your own home? And what about the noises? Unexplained noises, things that fall out of nowhere, frequent clicking noises at certain times. Have you ever woken up at night and heard something falling, but when you checked, everything was in place? Have you ever heard footsteps, the sounds of furniture dragging, whispers, and no one else heard? Have you ever heard your name called when you were alone? These phenomena are common in places where there are open energy fields, presences that try to manifest themselves, communicate, or just show that they are there. And if you've experienced something like this, write here in the comments. Have you ever experienced a strange episode at home that no one could explain? Now think about dreams. Do you sleep poorly in that place? Do you have constant nightmares? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with a sense of presence? Have you ever woken up sweaty, scared, unable to move? Have you ever felt like something is pressing on your body while you sleep? The bed is sacred, and when rest begins to be interrupted repeatedly without explanation, there may be a spiritual charge acting on the environment. Especially if the room is dark, stuffy, full of accumulated things with mirrors pointed at the bed. Have you ever looked at your room with spiritual eyes? What about things that break? Electronic devices that burn out frequently? Light bulbs that burst for no reason? Clocks that always stop at the same time? Have you been through this? Have you ever had the feeling that everything starts to go wrong after you enter a certain place? And the conflicts? People who fight more at home than outside. Irritation that comes out of nowhere. Harsh words, hidden tears, a constant tension in the air. Have you ever felt this in your home or someone close to you? Have you ever noticed that even those who were calm begin to transform when they stay? In certain environments, spiritually charged places feed emotional imbalances. What is in the invisible manifests itself in relationships, in mood, in energy. Have you ever wondered if the frequency of conflicts is related to the space where everything happens? Now reflect, do you feel that your home welcomes you or exhausts you? When you get home from work, Do you feel relief or heaviness? When you enter your home, does your energy go up or down? Have you ever thought that maybe the place that should protect you is in need of purification? If you identify with any of these signs, comment below. What was the clearest sign you've ever experienced? Have you ever been sure you were in a spiritually charged place? How did your body react? How was your mind, your heart? Write in the comments. Your experience can help other people understand what they are experiencing now. And if this content made sense to you, enjoy this video now. If you are not yet subscribed, take advantage and subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about what the eyes cannot see but the spirit feels, and share this video with someone who always complains about their home but never realized what's really behind it. In the next video, I will teach you how to spiritually cleanse environments, how to identify objects that carry negative energy, and how to shield your home with prayer, faith, and simple practices that really work.